Got new glasses, man. Did you notice?
No, I did, but they're nice.
Thanks, brother. So I had a couple of stories told to me over the weekend.
You did?
Yeah, about me and my mom that I had no recollection
Okay,
of,
who was
man.
telling
So
the
it's
stories?
pretty cool. It's pretty cool. So I went to Fletcher Dodge Chrysler Jeep in North Little Rock, and one of the guys there, TJ, said, "How's your mom?" I'm like, "Yo, why you doing that?" Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
right.
Don't be asking me about my mama like that.
Right.
Nah, he said, "Man, did she retire?" I said, "Yeah, she retired, man." And he's like,
Former student?
No, she used to work at a bank.
Oh.
And so he used to do all her banking through her.
Oh, okay.
And he was like, "Man," he's like, I miss that lady, man. She treated me like VIP. I could call, I had a number anytime I needed to make a quick change.
100%.
Now I'm like treated like a regular person every time I go in there. You know what I mean?
Banks don't do it the way it used to be back in the day.
He's like,
it was real customer service.
Yeah, he's like, "I'm a civilian now, man, and I don't like it, man." So it was funny, man, when I called my mama and told her that story.
Did she
actually remembered him. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's dope.
So I thought that was pretty cool, man. Especially on her birthday, too.
Right, because she said her birthday. Yeah, happy post-birthday, mama.
It was on her birthday. So I thought that was real cool just to hear a great story about my mama like that.
That's dope.
So not 30 minutes later, man, this guy comes in, older gentleman, gray hair, braided up. Yeah.
Gray braids?
Look like an old school baller.
Like an OG.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I said, "Well, hey, what's up, man?" He's like, "Dude, I'm so glad I ran into you, man. I have an apology to give you." And I said, "What are you talking about?" So his name is Freeze. Well, at least that's what everybody calls him. Freeze.
Okay, I get it. Hair, Freeze. Got it.
And apparently, see, I remember this basketball game, but I don't remember the incident he's telling me about. So it was real interesting.
Fibbing.
Yeah, I mean, he could be making it up. I don't know.
Could be smoking the Freeze.
It does sound very true, though. I would probably say it happened. So anyway.
What'd he say?
So my very first game when I moved to Little Rock, I was actually out in Jacksonville at the Air Force Base school, which was called North Pulaski.
Okay.
And our big rival was Jacksonville.
Of course.
5-10 minute drive.
Yeah.
And so my very first game with North Pulaski was against Jacksonville. So it was a big rivalry, but I'm not from here. It didn't really bother me.
You're like,
so coach said, "Well, we're gonna put you out there, see what you can do." I said, "Cool." Before the game, he would tell me, just ask me questions. Hey, where's your favorite shot? You know what I mean?
Right.
And I told him I like the corners. Those are my favorites.
Perimeter, got it.
Shoot a lot of threes. I like to get up and down on deep. He said, "Bro, this game is going to be perfect for you because they like to get up and down."
Oh.
So
y'all running.
Yeah.
Okay.
So tip off happens. We get the ball. Making my cut baseline, just everything perfectly like we planned out. Point guard drives in, dishes out, wide open, in the corner, boom. Hit the three, right?
Drops it.
Right? And I remember that vividly, obviously, my first shot.
You know I remember it. Yeah.
So I'm running back on defense, and coach is like, "No, go, get up. Because, they like to run and gun.
Right.
So I immediately spin around, man, and the ball damn near hits me in my face. I stole.
It's like right there.
Yeah, because the guy inbounding the ball wasn't expecting me to look for the ball. And I just happened to right place, right time. I took a dribble or two, gathered myself, almost in the same spot. Boom, another three.
Drops it.
6 points, dude, in my first probably 20 seconds of game action.
Stop it.
So I'm like, I'm super hyped. So crowd going nuts.
Right.
Everything. So go back. They run a play, missed a shot. I can't remember what happened exactly. So this is when Freeze's information comes in, right?
I got an idea of who Freeze might be.
So Freeze comes in and adds this, and he was like, "Dude, that whole possession, we had the ball," and he was for Jacksonville.
Cook, yeah.
So he's talking from a Jacksonville point of perspective.
Right.
The whole possession, we had the ball. I'm like, "Who the hell is this, dude?" And they're like, "That's Trey Day." And he was like, "Oh shit, I heard about Trey Day, man." He's like, "Okay, I see." So anyway, we get the ball back, And to be honest with you, man, I shouldn't have shot the next shot, but they have this thing called heat check, right?
Right. Were you heating up?
I already hit 2.
Were you heating up?
So I'm gonna try to hit that third
or was
one.
it a brick?
And it wasn't a good shot. I'll be honest with you, man. Coach was upset.
Was it air ball?
So we were supposed to run this play, man. But as soon as I got the ball, all I'm thinking is, man, this heat check. And you know, the whole crowd, I just felt everybody's like, shoot it, Trey, shoot it.
Right.
In my head. So sure enough, man, I came off the elbow, got what I thought was a good pick on the outside, came to the top of the key, and there were 2 people guarding me. So of course I shouldn't have shot the ball. I should have passed
double team in your face.
But I went ahead and shot it, and as luck or fate would have it, I hit it, right?
No.
So 9 points. My first 3 shots in within the first minute of game time.
3 for 3.
In Arkansas, right?
Yeah.
And so I'm crunk. They call time. Their coach calls a timeout. And this is what I visually remember. I remember kind of going back toward their bench and kind of hyping up the crowd like this. You know, hey, get up, you know, da-da-da. Crowd's going nuts already because of the rivalry. And I remember their coach saying, are you going to fucking guard the white boy? Like that. And I remember that vividly. But what I don't remember, and this is what Freeze apologized for, he said his son was the one supposed to be guarding me.
Okay.
And apparently during the timeout, when he got the ball out of bounds, they called timeout, he threw the ball at me. Yeah, like trying to hit me in the back, you know?
What?
And Freeze said it hit me. I don't remember that
30 years ago.
Yeah, I don't remember that whatsoever. Like, I don't remember dude hitting me with a ball.
Oh, my.
So Freeze comes up to me, and he's like, that was my son who hit you with the ball, man. And I've been trying to, you know, I've been, you know, when I see you, and during the past 25 years, I was going to apologize. And he was going to apologize, too. But he lives in Houston now.
Oh,
and Freeze kind of goes back and forth. And so anyway, he finally caught up with me some 25, 30 years later to apologize to me.
I was thinking
for his son throwing the ball in my back, apparently. and the end of that story is, so we get to the timeout. I go sit down on the bench. Coach pulls me to the side, like all my teammates like giving me love, high five.
Right.
Man, just crazy.
And
Coach comes to me, man, pulls me to the side, and I remember vividly. Look, I don't know where you from, but around here we run the offense. Because, you know, obviously I didn't run the offense that third time.
You ran your show.
So
he sat your ass down, didn't he?
Yeah. So I sat down for most of the rest of the game, man. I got in again at the end of the first half.
Yeah.
And I got in a little bit in the second half, but I didn't score another point, so I ended up with 9 points.
Oh, man.
All in the first minute.
Yeah.
Oh, and so, yeah, man, I just thought that was cool to hear, you know, another Trey Day story from a perspective that wasn't mine.
The most unlikely of sources.
Yeah. So this guy who was just in the crowd watching his son, and they were like, so I'll never forget who Trey Day was. He said, I was looking for a black kid on the team. But when you hit them first threes, somebody said Trey Day, and I was like, oh, damn. He's like, it's the white boy. You know, like, it was just a big thing. So, yeah, man, I thought it was cool to hear a couple stories that, you know, I wasn't, you know, privy to about my mama and me. Both of them were nice.
Oh, my God.
And, isn't that crazy?
That's dope, dude. That's crazy stories from back in the day.
So who do you think Freeze was?
Well, here I was thinking Freeze might have been like the referee that reffed that game, or maybe it was the coach from that game from the other team. And I'm thinking, okay, because the hair, he's older, he's telling the story. He's got to be someone that either Trey faced off with, or he coached, or it was a referee that called it. So yeah, that's really cool. Yeah. So he was the dad yelling at his son at the game. He was one of those parents. That's hilarious.
Yeah, bro. I thought it was cool for him to come up and apologize because he didn't have to do that, but he remembered it from all those years back.
Crazy, man.
And I promise you, man, I wish I could find video, and I'm going to look to see, because sometimes my parents would videotape games. I doubt we have it, though.
Back in the day, it was like all VHS or camcorders.
Yeah, and our house burned down in 99, so we lost like all of that, kind of stuff. Which is why I don't have the newspaper that I originally got the name Trey Day from. I don't have that newspaper anymore.
A publication here in Little Rock?
No. So I got the name at Minot Air Force Base, North Dakota.
Oh, got it.
And so, the military newspaper had it at the time, but even I've had a problem there was a time where I really tried hard to get that, but then I had to be a military person to request I don't know what
the archives.
It was. So I don't have it to this day anymore. So y'all just got to believe me and Freeze and the rest of the people who tell these stories. But if I can ever find it, man, I will.
That's dope.
Yeah, isn't that a cool story?
That's so cool, man.
I thought it was neat, man. So you had a good weekend, though?
I had a great weekend, man. Our son, it was his prom.
Oh, yeah.
Cabot High School had their prom on Saturday. And he actually went with a date that we didn't know of. And she was wearing like the sparkly kind of like blue-green dress with the midriff exposed. He had his Hugo Boss suit with the hair all backed up in his bunk. He's got long hair. And he's like, like a foot taller than her. And there was pictures of like him like had the hand here. And there was some where she had his hand in front of her neck. And I'm like, they may be more than friends.
Wow.
So, and of course, he wanted the Mercedes, so we dropped the top. Weather was like in between that window because it was raining like hard in the morning, but broke up for the afternoon. So we took pictures at the park, and then all these girls showed up at like the bridge, because there's two areas of the park. And so we went to the one park where we were going to meet people, and all these girls, like 8 or 9 girls, show up. No dates. So I guess these kids today go in like girl groups to prom. Well, Kale had a date, and she was like part of the girl. So that in the picture on the bridge, it's all these girl, Kale, and he's on the end going like, and I'm like, dude. So he looked like he was working a harem of women. And then when he shows up in the Mercedes, and it was a convertible, so they're all gathering around the car, and there's all like, whose car is this? Whose car is this? And they're all like, it's Rose's, the date's mom's car. So we had like the bomb car on Saturday for prom and Kevin. So he had a blast. It was from like, they did pictures, and they went to dinner at IHOP before the prom. Wow. And then it was prom from 8 to midnight, and then after prom, the after party in the hotel lobby till 2:30 in the morning at the high school. So, and they did it up big. So yeah, it was prom Saturday, and we're like going, please come home. So I don't think I got to bed till like 2:30 or 3. We were waiting for the text from his dad going, picked him up, he's safe, took the girl home. So prom was Saturday, and it was my first, being like a parent kind of pseudo, and my son's going to prom. But so that's the last of our kids with her. So he's out of the, he's still in the house, but he graduates this month coming up in May. And then church, we had 2 services on Sunday, and then just rested, and just it was a big weekend.
That's cool, man. Yeah. Walker had he's a junior, so he had his
Was
prom.
it a junior, senior, or just junior?
Yeah, junior, senior. So
they mixed it.
He borrowed my tuxedo, took pictures.
How'd he look?
Got ready. Oh, it looked good, man. But then he got ready, and he was like, you know what? I don't really want to go.
No! See, we were thinking that he wasn't going to go.
He didn't go, man, which is following in my footsteps, because I never went to prom either.
I mean, he made the high school's like social media pages of like, him and all the girls like under the big, CHS prom, whatever. They had those big block letters with the light bulbs.
Yeah.
So they did it up. So he made the Facebook page, and from a guy who was like kind of quiet, he went to prom, B had 9 girls for a date. And I was like, if he gets prom king, I'm going to like lose my stuff. But he killed it, man, this weekend.
That's what's up. You ready for the next update?
I think so, yeah.
All right. 10 seconds here.
Let's do it. That's how we do it live, baby.
Yeah, that's how we do it. Let's go. Woo! You went to prom, huh?
I did, and I got a great story, too.
I bet you do. All right, let's get another update on traffic. Shout out to all the prom goers,
Yes, Cabot High School prom was on Saturday.
Yeah, a lot of schools, I think, had their proms now. We on the road to graduation now, brother.
Yeah, they graduate May 18th is last day of school, so like 19 days away.
Let's get these kids out the school, man. Let's take it to the house
and then drive us crazy all summer long. Get them out of the house.
All right, how we rolling, bro?
Not too bad, man. It's another look at our Southern Bancorp traffic on that ride home. We're still accident-free and delay-free here in the metro, but we're seeing those brake lights. It's the usual eastbound 630 over at the curve heading into downtown to plan for, and now westbound 630 as you're leaving the Capitol heading west. We're seeing delays now over to Cedar Pine by the hospitals to watch out for as well. But the rest of our freeways are moving up to speed, so do me a favor. Buckle up. We'll try to get you there safe this afternoon for some milk and cookies. And that's a look at our Southern Bancorp traffic. Southern Bancorp, wealth builders for everyone, now serving Little Rock. We're live inside the Power 92 studios with the mayor of Little Rock Traffic, baby. I'm Tom Scott.
Junior, the new one from Skilla Baby. It's called Bay on 92.3. All right, my